Hi everybody, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews, coming to you on the 4th of July. Woo! We have a stack, look at this. Part of it's a special part we're going to do at the very end. So we're going to start out with this, I don't like this cover of Vampirella, it's kind of, oh, she's licking her hand and being gross. So issue 21, it's Interstellar Book 6. Writer is Christopher Priest. Artist is Iragon Gundons, which I probably got wrong. And they're still on a different planet, I guess. They're supposed to be concluding the whole thing. And I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It's like next we're going right to something different, the blackest event of the year, up to our issue 25. That'll conclude their 50th anniversary celebration of modern day space vampires, because she is a space vampire. It is nice that they're wrapping up all the storylines with them being on the moon and the alternate dimension, and the artwork's always pretty, except for this gross cover. I didn't pick my cover. Fanfare does that for me. I wonder if there was a better cover. Oh, that's just basic. Yeah, we weren't going to get much of a better cover. So, because it's a Vampirella, so there's 27 of them. And for the 80th anniversary of the one and only Green Arrow, look at this book. It's huge. It's 100 pages. Back in the day, I'd get 100 pages for a quarter. This was $9.99. So, it's very nice. There are too many people, because there are so many stories, so I'm not going to do it. But you get like him when he was with Speedy, and you get no mustache or goatee, and then you go where there's he learns to fight from Wildcat, and that's fun. Then you have your basic Justice League story with who is that one by? Hold on. Chris Mooneyham. Well, Chris Mooneyham draws really well. It reminds me a lot of Neil Adams. It looks good. Then you have with him and Black Canary, and then there was the one time when he was with some Asian lady who was like a ninja or something, and she had a tattoo on her arm of a dragon. So there was that time frame. There's being stuck on the island time frame. Sometimes it's not him. So this is a really good rundown of, and I'm thinking all of these stories are new. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember seeing them anywhere. And then there's a sweet story about Dennis O'Neil. His kid Larry wrote about Dennis being a storyteller, because Dennis is gone. He left us last year, so he was a very good comic book writer. Alright, Daredevil. Lockdown Part 1. Isn't that pretty? He's still in prison. Elektra's still Daredevil. Kingpin's up to his usual shenanigans. His brother Mike Murdock is in it. Which doesn't make any sense because we thought he wasn't real. And Bullseye is in it. And by the end of the book, you realize that Bullseye was always kind of crazy, but then the last thing you see is him shooting somebody and saying 7. Well, let's see, by my count, that means 1,631,993 to go in Manhattan. Ha! So, yeah, citywide homicide. Bullseye's trying to kill everyone. Marvel Action Spider-Man, this is where we do that weird thing where he's in high school, but, here, let's do I didn't do that for this one, sorry. For Daredevil, I know it's Zdarsky, who did the artwork. What the heck? Artist. Well, it says that's the cover artist. So, Marco Cicero and Matthew Wilson, I guess, are the artists. They didn't put them as the artists, but whatever. So, back to Marvel Action Spider-Man. Story Sarah Grayley and Steph Perninis. Pencils by Philip Murphy. Inks by Maria Keane. And everybody seems to be working at this high school. Doc Ock is the You know, the lead guy, he's the principal. Scorpion turned out to be the gym teacher, I think, and now he's gone. So this time it's Mysterio, and he's trying. This one girl is super popular influencer at school, and Mysterio is trying to steal her audience. That's what he's trying to do because no one knows who he is. He teaches trauma at a high school. So it's fun. It's a fun book. They keep doing that though. It's like, and Doc Ock still has no arms. I mean, he's got his regular arms, but he doesn't have, his extra arms. House Atreides, Volume 8, number 8, whatever you want to call it. Still the thickest comic book cover on freaking land ever. They start putting people, we had Duncan Idaho for a while, he's lives forever. And he's come to, where's he at, Caladan? I do believe he's in Caladan. Yes, and they're having a bullfight with Duke Leto's father, who doesn't do well because someone put the bull in a rage. This is great artwork. Oh yeah, we didn't do that. Let's do that. Written by Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson, which means it was really written by Kevin J. Anderson. Illustrated by Dev Pramanik. And he gave credit for pages 8, 9, and 17 for Mariano Talbo, so he had some help. It's one of those where it makes you kind of want to look, doesn't it? They didn't number the pages. I'm not going to look. So Duke Leto's dad dies. So we got Duke Leto. We get the Arrakis, where they get to ride a sandworm for the first time. So they're riding sandworms. So that's cool. Then we have the Harkonnen lady who had nasty sex with Baron Harkonnen. Oh no, the Bene Gesserit had nasty sex with Baron Harkonnen and said, here's our child and we're going to name her Jessica. Paul Atreides' mom. So it's starting to, it's coming together. I like it. Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, number 4. A little hint here. From now on, when Marvel does these 5-issue miniseries, I'm just going to wait for the trade paperback. Because these are $3.99 a piece. So that's like, they'll just call it $4 for fun. 4 times 5 is 20. They're selling the trade paperbacks for $15.99. I'll get my discount anyways. So I would save like $6. So to heck with it. I ain't doing it. So we got by Cy Spurrier and Sergio Davila with inkers Sean Parsons and Mark Deering. So Dane got tricked into drinking from the Ebony Chalice. And he's making a phone call to 911 and telling them exactly what's happening with who is it? Mordred? It's not Mordred. I don't know. He's Merlin's kid, I think. But it explains a lot about how if you're a Black Knight, you're a Black Knight forever until you lose the sword, or you can do it on purpose by giving up the sword and letting someone kill you. Otherwise, you're back. The minute you die, you're back. So Mordred. I finally found it. I don't know. Mordred. I didn't think that was. I thought Mordred was somebody else in the Marvel Universe. Who am I to complain? There's too many of these in this issue, though. Look, a panel with words. A panel with words. I get it, guys. You want to get paid by the page. I get it, but maybe, give us more than a panel with a bunch of words. So apparently one time the Black Knight was a Nazi, so that's kind of cool. Because he didn't know any better. So we'll see how that goes. So he destroys, Mordred, destroys the shield and the chalice. I don't think he can destroy the ebony blade, though, so he's not going to do it. But he makes the ebony crown. And next issue is it. I think, unless there's 6 issues. I think there's only 5. But there you go. Ta-da! New book, Shang-Chi, number 2. They're doing it where he fights somebody in the Marvel Universe. It's always him versus somebody. This particular instance, he's going to an auction to take out a cosmic cube that people are bidding on. This is written by Gene Lun Yang. Artist is, I'm going to say, Dike Ruan? Dike? D-I-K-E? Ruan? We'll go with that. And so he's trying to get the cosmic cube for himself. He's got his brother with him. But there's just hilarious stuff in here. His brother's name was Deadly Saber. And he had to clean his necklace before they could go because there's a girl there that he likes. So he's this big, man bun, goofy looking strong man who's all worried that the girl's not gonna like him. And then the most hilarious thing I'd seen ever, they get to the thing, they get all nice and dressed up. Where is it? It made me laugh out loud, literally. So MODOK's there, because it's a bidding thing. And one of the guys from Hydra shows up. MODOK, buddy, how you doing? Like this. And MODOK actually says, are you mocking me with that high five? Because he's got the little... So he wouldn't be able to do anything about the high five. So, and they're catching up with Shang-Chi. He's like, wait a minute, you punched me in the throat last year. I talked like a chipmunk for a month. So we have that. And there's a, Captain America shows up just to prove that Captain America is Captain America. To take the cosmic cube. He gets flim-flammed. It's all a good time. Lots of action. It's a very action book where everything's moving at like a rapid pace. So I like that. So next time, because he has to fight somebody every issue, it's Wolverine. So we'll see how that goes. Wolverine's not known to play nice with others. Alright, last of the new books before we get to the special pile. Quarterly coming from IDW, one-shots. This is the 50th anniversary of the villain of Godzilla named Hedorah, otherwise known as the Smog Monster. These are big. This is a gigantic comic book. It's like 3 times the size of a regular comic book. And they're calling it Godzilla's Rivals. I'll tell you why when we're done with this one. So it deals with this guy trying to save this doctor. Oh, here we go. Writer Paul Elor. Artist is E.J. Su, S-U. And they're running through a town. It's got very manga-ish thing going on there. Very, very manga-like look to it. Motion is manga-like. They did a good... It's Godzilla and Hedorah beating the living crap out of each other, and she's the only one that can solve it. But there's a trick to that. She might not be who you think she is. So there's a big fight. Lots of Godzilla. Lots of Megalon. I like Megalon. Most people in America would refer to him as the Smog Monster. But I like Hedorah. He's a good time. So yeah, it's got a little bit of manga-ish looking to it. Next issue is Mothra. Because Mothra, her anniversary, she's got a 60th anniversary coming up. So, and then they had some really weird alternate covers. My favorite was this one because it's just weird looking, So these are the books for this week. I don't think we have a lot of books next week. I never remember. Oh, and these were for the week of
June 30th.
June 30th. See, camera person Danny help me. All right. So we got this 5-issue miniseries that we found by mistake just by looking. The Maniac of New York. See, we have all 5 because this is a miniseries, but there's a second arc coming out next year. I gotta wait next year. I'm not real happy about that. And you notice that familiar mask? It's a little got a little bit of Voorhees taint on it. So, but this is really good. It's like the best slasher movie that's never been made. And I really want to know. They leave you hanging so badly. I mean, like all good slasher movies do. Because there's a scene where they're in the automated train under New York, and he is slaughtering everyone. And he's been around for a while. They have a maniac task force. This is not his first time going through. I mean, issue 1, New Year's Eve, everybody's dead. So, and he doesn't talk. They did talk about the one time that he was on fire, and that seemed to work really well for getting rid of him. What was his name? Harry?
Yeah, I think so.
Harry?
Either Harry or Henry.
I don't think it's
But
Henry.
I think it was Harry.
I think it was Harry. Let me look at it. Another issue. Maybe I can find it here. Oh, I don't know. That's already... Oh, anyways, yeah. Writer is Elliot Kalin. Andrea Muti is the artist and colorist. Oh, so that's got to be nice when you get to color your own work. Mm-hmm. So that's always good. So what is this? But there's an actual task force, and this one woman who's helping our girl hunt him down. And there's a guy writing a book about it because he wrote a book about the first one. And you really aren't going to give me his name, are you? Oh, I'll go back to this issue. I swear it's Harry. I swear it. But let's not assume. But and then the leader of the task force, she had someone who was murdered basically by him. And this has, so we have no connection to these people. There's people on the train that were like, well, they'll be fine, right? Yeah. Nobody's safe in this because it's not a thing. They did it themselves. So what the heck? And this one's got a really weird knife. While I'm looking, I'll tell you about that thing that made me think it was weird because they're on the train. It's an automated train. They are not stopping, and he is coming at them like a frickin' shark. He is going to just take them out. And they get to a certain spot near the museum, and he comes to a dead stop, and he's terrified. And they show, can you see the mask? There's another mask in the museum, so I don't know exactly what's gonna happen for that. I'm thinking we're just gonna call him Harry because I know I saw it in here. I know it's not Henry, but yeah, he slaughters people. And then there's the other weird part. There's a spot in Manhattan that he won't go. I'm assuming it's because it's by the museum, so we're not sure. So this was 5 issues. It goes fast. You read it super fast. You're just like this, and then it gets to the end, and you're like, wait, what? And we are told at the end that we have to wait until 2020, no, 2021, 2022.
Oh, this is the last one.
And we're gonna look at the last one. I swear. Let's see. We're gonna find his name before we do anything else. Let's see. Harry! It's Harry!
You got it?
It's Harry.
Okay.
Alright, it's Harry.
I know he screamed it.
It's Harry. So, Harry is the Maniac of New York, and the next arc that we're going to get in 2022. What the heck? Oh. Okay. Sorry, they put extra comic book in the back of some of these things sometimes, and I thought I was in the wrong comic book. But they said 2022, we will get another series about Harry, the Maniac of New York, and they're going to subtitle it, because this one is subtitled Maniac of New York. The next one is going to be called The Maniac of New York, The Bronx is Burning.
Oh.
So Harry, and Zelda's the leader of the Maniac Squad. Mm-hmm. So to be fair, she's the only one on it. So there's that. We got that. We got a bunch of books. If you're a big Lock and Key fan, I will let you know that this month Lock and Key is putting out a Key House Compendium. That is a hardcover slipcase with new artwork that's never been released before, so that you'll buy it even if you own them all. So that's the giant stack for this episode of Old Man Comic Book Reviews. Go to the comic book store, buy some comic books. It was fun. Oh, Sophie, Fiona, I forgot. Good to have you over while we blew stuff up. I'm sorry, Sophie, that you did not like the explosions. Fiona, on the other hand, you're a pyromaniac, but it's fine. So's Grandpa. So, all right, we will see you all next week. Goodbye.